trying to reach for him, he grabbed him tight and was holding tight the way he was having problems breathing.
I have to go to work. I have to go to court at 9 o'clock.
She was intoxicated. Okay. And she was about 5 months pregnant.
On August 15th, 2023, officers responded to a home after a welfare check was called in by the father of 2 out of the 3 children this woman has. From the sounds of things, he found out her other baby daddy was in the home. He knew they had a bond condition to not have in-person contact with each other. This love triangle's a huge headache.
Good, how you doing?
Does something need to get reported to the management?
We'll figure that out in a minute.
Yes.
Hey, can you step out and chat with me, please?
Do what now?
Can you come out and talk to me?
Who?
Me? You come out and talk to me?
Me?
Yeah.
For what?
We just need to talk.
Oh.
Hey, what's your name?
Laura.
Barbara. Is Valencia here? Or
Mm-hmm.
I need to talk to them.
Oh, okay.
Mom! Holly! Hey, Valencia. Okay. So, what's going on from last night?
I haven't heard. Well, he's still calling my phone private.
Who's still calling your phone?
Christopher. Yeah. But other than that, we just... get back, y'all. Being too...
Okay. So after everything that happened last night, you came over here?
Yeah.
Do you guys have bond conditions or like a TPO? Or is that over and done with?
I think it was like 2019, so they had to been over with. I was supposed to get on the phone with Project Safe to get an emergency TPO.
Okay. All right. So you're going to do that today?
Yes. That's why me and my kids.
Okay. You're what?
That's why me and my kids. That's why they
Your kids. Okay.
And he called this morning and I answered. He said he was gonna call the police to get a well check. I don't even want to take him to school.
Okay.
Because he's on the call list.
He's on the call.
Trying to get him and help him up.
Okay. Have you called the school yet and let them know?
No, I've been on class dojo.
Okay.
Their teachers individually.
What school do they go to? Okay.
Is Justin here? No?
I think he left last.
Okay. Can we walk through and make sure everybody's okay? Huh? Ma'am?
Miss Barbara.
Morning.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. Can I just walk through and make sure everybody's okay? Nobody's hurt, nobody's injured?
Ain't nobody in.
Oh, can I just do
But
that?
you can walk through.
Okay, I'm not searching for this.
I give you my word. You walk through.
I just want to make sure everybody's all right.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Hey.
Good morning.
It's Michael, right? Yeah. How are you?
How you doing, man?
That's my nephew. We do a lot of work.
He's your nephew? Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
He's asleep.
Somebody in here?
Yeah, he's asleep.
Who is that?
Kid?
Jay.
Young?
He's asleep.
Okay.
Y'all got to wait.
Ice cream. It's early.
Early in the morning. I already ate popsicles. I'm like, what you want ice cream for?
Oh my
No, I'm
goodness.
not. Every time I'm like, ice cream, get my ice cream. Don't eat toast.
Oh,
But I said toast is good. That's a good
yeah,
choice.
that's
But you
good.
eat ice cream with it? I don't like that.
Oh my goodness.
Barbara.
Early in the
Miss
morning.
Barbara.
Okay.
Who was the guy on the bed?
My husband.
Oh, okay.
What's his name?
I 10
Okay.
Okay. So Justin's not here?
I just want to play with the tent in here.
Justin? He in the bed.
The one to sleep in the bed? That's what you call Jay? Okay.
That's who I call Jay.
Okay.
We're trying to figure something out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a lot going on last night and trying to figure all that out between day shift, night shift.
Yeah.
What?
I know how it goes. It's terrible, honey. I'm supposed to be starting back to school, do dental assistant myself.
Oh, good.
I said I might start back fall semester, but I'm not too sure about it. I don't know. I said I gotta see first. It's just too much.
Okay.
Too much. Every time my grandkids are back on me.
Okay.
I'm like, every time I try to thrive and
Play
make success happen, it boom, back on me again. I tell
Mama, can we play with the tent?
my doctor's appointments and talk to my therapist.
The tent?
No, not this morning. Not this morning.
Because of the confusion, one officer had to double-check the report from the encounter they had with them last night and also see who has the bond conditions. While they wait, these 2 officers get the rundown about all the drama she's having with both fathers of her children.
Oh, I know.
Lord, it scared me.
Run, Barbara! We just talked about know.
Oh, yeah, he did light from the back. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
All right.
He's reading the conditions real quick,
Oh yeah.
just to make sure.
Yeah.
Make sure we got all our bases covered.
Chris called in the morning, though. He really did. And that's why she, kept the kids from going to school. Because if he pick them up, it'll be like their connection again. All they going to do is verbal commutation. And it'll be no fit for the children.
Right. Yeah, but I didn't want to take my kids out of school.
If I remember correctly, they don't have a school resource officer, do they?
No.
I know they've got the school police, and those will come out.
His name was on the pickup list.
Yeah, that's something, school police, and I don't know who covers that school specifically. I don't know if they just all float.
Yeah.
But that's something if you call like the front office,
Yeah.
you can call the school police and let them know, hey, like, I'm sure they give you a case card last
Yeah, they
night.
should. Yeah,
You should be able to give them the case number and they can kind of pull up their report and walk. But maybe go ahead and have them take it off the list and just, if you explain the situation, if he shows up, then they can call. And then especially once you get that TPO, you said Project Sage, you're going to call them. Once you get that sorted out, you can kind of figure out exactly, how to get them a copy of the TPO. I don't know if they'll have to get it from the court directly or if you could just provide it to them. But once you have that TPO, you can include the children in there. And then that way, if he comes up to the school, because the TPO should say, like, yo, you can't be around the kids. Then it comes to the school.
This probation officer said you have to go through the courts or civil matter to go about seeing the children.
Oh, like child custody stuff? Yeah.
You good for a second?
Have they been legitimized with him through the court?
They have, but no.
No, okay.
Justin does not have warrants. Caller Chris does, signed by day shift. So the caller has warrants, he is not here. But she has a bond condition to stay away from him.
She was drunk last night, saying that he was shooting up her house, and Teats took a warrant on her for false report.
Who, Erlencia?
I don't know. It just said she.
And they ran my name. I ain't no warrants. And that also because there was a protective order because an incident happened while we was intoxicated at her home.
Okay.
And she was arrested as a result of it, and it was a part of her bond conditions. And then
that was how long ago?
about a month ago, 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
They said because of what happened last night, they wasn't gonna worry about that or press charges towards her or nothing like that.
Okay.
And I've been they followed us over here.
Okay.
And I've been here ever since last night.
Okay.
That's why I'm sitting. And then because I answered the phone, that's the whole purpose of him.
So you don't live here permanently?
No,
Okay.
I stay right here because of my son's here, and it's not the first incident with that. Because and also he has taken my child out of the vehicle and did not want to give it back to her. He told my son like as leverage or pawn for her phone to find out information he wanted to find out. He has rolled past my sister's house. Drive, and he said this last night that he was with a girl and he sat outside my sister's house last night, and I wasn't even aware of that. So that's why I'm around her, and that's the whole purpose of all this because I was around her.
And your name is Justin, is that right? Okay.
Yes. I didn't want her to get in trouble or anything like that because I was around her, but that's I was only stayed because the officer allowed us to stay, allowed me to stay. Well, her mom allowed me to stay, but they told us to come over here, everything, make sure we
They asked, do he know anywhere that I go? And I said, yes, he know I run my mom's house.
And
haven't he tried to keep that door down? He tried to put her windows. So he got license to carry in the house.
He know I got my license to carry, and he's trying to use that against every time. I guess I'm a threat to do none of that. I ain't did no harm. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't never put my hands on her or disrespect the kids and tell you I ain't never did nothing like that. That's just not in my character. It's just the fact that he's doing everything out of spite. I guess he said his words was, "Oh, it's cool. I can get the kids taken. I do a wellness. I call police to do a wellness check right now and can come over and see. I can both go to jail and my kids get taken away." So that was the whole purpose of that. He don't know where we were. He just so happened to know that I was around her and she's not at home and she's not gonna be. This is one of the addresses he probably gave or whatnot.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. So the oldest child is yours. The oldest son is yours.
No. The baby is.
The baby is yours. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I misheard you.
And it's his.
Okay. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. I was confused for a minute. Okay.
If I told one because I wasn't making a report because I never made an official report about me and him or nothing like that.
From last night or from a different time?
Oh, just in general, because I have some death threats. As far as while he was incarcerated in jail, I showed to. I can't remember his name. It was on the 24th of last month. Because I had I got a call. They came out, and I had a bench warrant, and they arrested me for it. And I got out that same night and went and paid the fine off. But it was because they came for something else. They couldn't go that way. And I talked to the officer last night, like I told you her name, and there's she said she will follow up with the officer that reached out to me in regards to me and her. I'll give you her name in a second. I want to say El.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Elmore, yeah, she's the domestic violence detective. Okay, so just so I'm clear, he got out of jail about 2 weeks ago, and that's when he started.
Of last month. About 3 weeks ago.
About 3 weeks ago. Okay, and then after he gets out, he starts harassing you specifically.
No, first he was around her, and then we had an incident because.
Okay, and that's when y'all's incident stemmed from. And then after that is when.
Yeah, then after that it was, oh, I do this for your baby. I had your baby, this and the third, or and then now it's because I guess because he's around, he feels me because he had made death threats while he was incarcerated. But I thought that was out of anger.
How did he make those threats? Was it through phone or did he have email access?
He found me on Facebook and was messaging me.
In the jail?
Cell phone floating around in jail.
Yeah.
And
so you knew it was him because he told you?
Oh, I knew it was him. His voice, and he wrote. I'm literally about to show you this. He wrote me from his Facebook page.
Okay.
This is he got in jail on this last year.
That's last year. Okay.
All of these is last year. I even said he said he's going to end me.
And he's kind of mad because I'm about to get a check.
He said, tell her defects on the way to school. I just called them. Y'all bad mistreating parents. We got enough evidence of how you going. It's over with. I got y'all. Be happy without them kids. As soon as she had one, it's took. At times she was pregnant.
With the youngest one?
Yeah. Okay. And he said, yeah, I'm going to show you how desperately I want to end you. Okay. And kept on, and there's a lot of stuff that, I don't know what he's talking about. He just keep going. And he just harassed. I never met this man at this point. He said he's still incarcerated, and this is the type of messages I'm getting. So I'm just saying, at first it was kind of entertainment at first, and I was like, all right, this is annoying, man, because why did you kids calling me? I kept telling him to stop being weird, and he said, he's telling me, saying he been in prison. I'm like, yeah, I've been in jail too. Come on, it's funny, ain't it? This egging him on, because I know he mad, and he kept going on, and like I said, I'm giving thumbs up, barely answering him, then I know you believe everything she tell you, keep going on, man. It was him harassing me. Keep going on.
That was just all last year?
Yeah, all last year. He hasn't called my phone or nothing like that. And like I said, I kept telling him, listen, I don't have a problem with you, I don't even know you. I won't worry about your kids. And I kept telling him, because I don't have a problem with you, if you come to me, I'm going to defend myself. Right. And I kept telling him that, I don't have a problem with you. Come on, worry about your kids, do what you want to do. I ain't got no problem. I'm not pursuing you. I don't even know you. Yeah. And sure enough, so he came home. He answered her phone when I called about the baby, and then him showing up at her house, busting his way through the door, trying to search the house looking for me. Sitting outside the house, saying you sitting outside of my house, and all this out of spite because I guess he wrote her. Because she sent me the messages, and then screenshot him saying, so you really did me like that after all I did for you. He sent me to her because it was one incident, and because she sent me, while I'm at work, she sent me the videos of him.
That was yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But because she was at the bus stop waiting for her kids, and he's in his brother's car. But she sent her the license plate because I was going to call the police. I'm at work. There's nothing I can do. And then when she said that she, I guess, went to his probation officer because her stuff officer showed up, and I guess this is when he got out the car, and I guess he had his brother's gun or something like that. I don't know the whole story. I was going through what was said. Yeah. And then after that, it just turned towards me because of me answering her phone after all this stuff, and I'm not saying I'm not going to try to call the police on nothing like that. At the same time, once you start sending death threats to her, my child on 7 months, so he's a baby. He don't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's wrong with him. And it just every time I talk, oh, because of me, like I had nothing to do with none of this. And even the message he kept saying, oh, Justin can have his little family and this and the third. And he's, I guess, was trying to say he didn't want no problems with it. Then turn around the same night and then saying, oh, I'm gonna kill you this and the third, forget that baby, and stuff like that. And I only got involved to the extent the way as far as protecting myself and him and saying I was going to do something because of him grabbing my baby out of the car and threatening, and then she's saying, give me my child, and he's not giving her back to her. And I guess I can't track that one there, but from her words was when he grabbed him and she kept trying to reach for him, he grabbed him tight and was holding tight the way he was having problems breathing. And my son, he's been down there for asthma. Yeah, so that you can hear, like if I'm staying away from him, you can hear his breathing, like he has problems because of the adenoids. Yeah. At that point, you holding them as like a pawn or something, all because she won't unlock her phone. And then his own child had to give my mama back her baby before he even snapped to her, came to realize, okay, look this is what I'm doing. My child see me doing this, and give the baby back.
Yep. Okay. They spent the night there when we first got out. Okay. And then I contacted his sisters. Yeah. I was like, I'm bringing the kids, letting us do the weekend with them. Yeah. But my daughter called me Saturday and she was like, Mama, come get me. She didn't want to stay. I asked her, was it something her daddy did, and she wouldn't tell me. But my son stayed, but she came home with me. And she didn't want to tell me.
So as far as you know, she just didn't want to be there because she's not saying anything else.
She's been acting weird since she came back.
Like, I haven't been around as much because of the protective order. And just a few times when she was maybe to see me, or I came to see the baby, and they're not just about the child. Me being around, I noticed some things about her, like, because she's been so hyper upbeat and stuff. Lately, she's been chill, quiet, and every time when the son is with him since he's been home, and she's been with her, I'm thinking like, he's kind of why is she with her father, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just been really weird. And when I asked her like, what's wrong with her? Why she acting like that? She said she don't know.
Give me a second, okay?
Officers finally get the answers they were looking for and determine who's taking a ride to the slammer.
All right, so yes, you're good now.
Okay.
So I need you to do me a favor for me. I need you to get Sean from her, take the other children inside.
Oh, she's about to get rid of for the bond condition?
So we're gonna talk to her about that. I'll explain all of it to you. I just
I have to go to work. I have to go to court at 9 o'clock. I have to be at work today.
You're not going to jail.
You're not.
I don't want to do this in front of you.
We just, if you can take the kids inside.
Collect the children and go back inside.
Come on.
Yeah. Home.
I'll come inside and talk to you.
We'll come chat with y'all in a minute. We just don't want the kids to.
She's in the Mexico?
Yeah, she got a warrant.
So let's go ahead and take the kids inside.
What?
I don't want to do this in front of the kids.
We just don't want the kids to be.
What then?
So
You've got a warrant.
Yeah.
So we gotta take you in for that.
Yeah, you got a warrant.
So that's what we got going on this morning.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll have Mama get some shoes for you, okay? We'll take you over to the jail and get you sorted there. And then we'll.
You got some shoes they can bring out?
Yeah.
Where are they at? Does she know? Is she going to get them?
So I don't know exactly what all happened last night. I know there was a big issue between her and him. I don't know if you were involved. I'm not being desperate at all. Miss Barbara. An officer did have probable cause to seek a warrant for her for false report of a crime.
False report?
False report of a crime.
As far as what?
I don't know.
Because of what happened last night?
It stemmed from the incident that happened last night.
But
so
she was intoxicated last night, and they know she was intoxicated last night. But as far as what was beating on that window, I was on the phone with her and her aunt was on the phone with her.
Well, like I said, I mean, there'll be a court date.
This ain't voted no bond, or did it?
It's a bond.
Okay.
It's a misdemeanor.
Lord, mercy.
So it's for false report of a crime.
How that?
She got a warrant for false report of a crime.
And on what purpose? Like what?
She reported something that wasn't true. She reported a crime that wasn't true. So they signed warrants for that.
What crime that wasn't true?
Last night, but it was true. He was there.
Yeah.
But nobody was shooting.
Over the phone.
Nobody was shooting. But that's a false report. If you're reporting that somebody's shooting up your house, then that's a pretty serious allegation. I mean, that's like attempted murder.
Well, he got one, but he didn't use it.
Well, he might have a gun.
Yeah.
I understand that, but there's a difference between having a gun and shooting
it.
at somebody. That's a huge difference. I mean, that's about as serious as it gets when you start shooting at people.
Yeah.
So you can't really play with that.
She probably was scared and fear at the time.
That's fine, but you can't
just
say
feeling
that.
like he probably was.
Right.
That's right.
Okay. You want to go on ahead and walk with her?
At the time.
And that's the key. She probably was intoxicated and made a bad decision.
Yeah.
But when you do that, you cause a serious response from the police department.
That's true.
And it's like, if you're gonna say something like that,
the way y'all respond to it be different.
yeah,
So
I mean, we
true
drop
or fake
everything. I mean,
Go
it's,
in and. Oh, okay,
we'll get it.
One, she's bipolar. Her parents was schizophrenic. Two, she was intoxicated last night.
Okay.
And that's
Did
that was
take medication?
She was supposed to, but she hasn't since she's been born, and her being pregnant again after 3 months after he was born.
Okay.
Because she's about 5 months. She's about 5 months pregnant.
Did she see somebody for?
She was going to a van.
Okay.
And that's the thing. So, but like, it was certain parts of the story that I don't know what's going on. But like I said, she was intoxicated.
Gotcha.
The neighbor, the neighbor, her boyfriend or kid's father's the one that picked me up and gave me a ride over there so I could come and get him.
Okay.
So as far as what was false, I don't know. The ins and outs of it, like I said, because I was on this side of town and LEB, and I got arrested.
It's a misdemeanor, so she should get a bond pretty quick.
I don't understand what part about it was false or what was.
Like I said,
because she reported that dude was shooting up the apartment.
No,
that's what we reported.
That part. I don't know, cause that's like I just said.
No, I'm just informing you.
No, I'm not saying. I was just explaining to him that she's bipolar, schizophrenic,
right,
and
right.
She was intoxicated last night.
Right. Well, see, that was probably the biggest issue, but you can't.
But as far as the initial report, it wasn't him. That's what I heard from it. He was shooting or whatever. But
right. Like you said, she'll get a bond. There'll be a court date with it and everything.
I mean, she'll get a bond. She won't have to stay overnight. She should get it
most likely.
She'll get booked in and get a bond. You can get her today, this afternoon.
Face the car for me and spread your feet. Do you have anything on you that's going to stick or poke? Anything you're not supposed to have?
No.
No. Are you wearing a bra? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it have an underwire or is it like a sports bra? Sports bra. Okay. The only reason I ask is sometimes that wire feels like a needle and...
Yeah.
So, all right. Very good. All right. Easiest way is to turn around and sit like you're sitting in a chair and then scoot back. Okay.
What's going on with that? Like I said, she does have the mental condition where if something going on, the exaggeration.
Whenever she does get out, she needs to follow up with Advantage to see if there's something that she can get on since she is pregnant.
Yeah,
but we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. They got other calls that they got to run. So.
All right, I got the money. She get out today. Just let me know, and I'll pay for it.
Y'all take care.
The suspect was booked for her warrant, which was for false report of a crime. She reported that her child's father, whom she is actively having domestic issues with, was shooting a firearm into her residence while her 3 children were inside. The children advised that their father had not been at the residence all night and no evidence was found supporting her claim. On July 11th, 2024, the charge was null proska, meaning prosecutors decided not to move forward with the case. The charge was instead restricted as non-criminal, preventing it from appearing on standard background checks. As a result, there was no plea entered and no sentencing issued in this case.